Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I am giving the important questions on the active transport, important board questions of the active transport. Now see here, name the following: a condition opposite to turgidity, it is flaccidity, dispersal of seeds by the explosive mechanism, dispersal by the explosion, explosive. Loss of cell sap through hydrathodes from the tip of margins of leaves is due to the root pressure. It is guttation. Loss of cell sap from the injured part of a plant is called bleeding. Plant tissue through which ascent of sap takes place, xylem. The condition of a cell placed in hypotonic solution, it is the uh, turgid cell. Process by which water enters the root hair, osmosis. The process by which molecules distribute themselves evenly within the space they occupy, that is the diffusion. The pressure which is responsible for the movement of water molecules are called the cortical cells. It is the osmotic pressure of the root hair cells. The process by which intact plant cells lose water in the form of droplets on leaf margin, it is guttation. Movement of molecules from the region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration, it is diffusion. And the phenomena by which living or dead cells absorb water by surface attraction, imbibition. A solution whose concentration is greater than that of the cell sap, it is hypertonic. Cell sap concentration is greater than that of the cell stress, that is the hypertonic solution. Structure that transports water from the soil to the other parts of the plant, it is xylem. Process by which root hairs absorb water from the soil, it is osmosis. If state the following statement, true or false. Plant cell placed in hypotonic solution gets hypotonic solution gets plumage. No, it is in hypertonic. As compared to active osmosis is a rapid process. Yes, it is more. That's a true. Diffusion is the reverse of osmosis. No. Addition of salt to pickles prevents growth of bacteria because by they turn turgid. No, because they turn flaccid. Upward movement of water and dissolved minerals in the plant is called translocation. No, it is called upward movement, active transport of water. Guttation in plants indicates root pressure. Ascent of sap takes place through xylem. Shrinkage of RBCs on keeping the hypotonic solution is called the endosmosis. Leaves of a plant dry when xylem vessels is blocked with the wax. Osmosis takes place when two solutions of different concentrations are separated by a semi-permeable membrane. Resins get inflated when put in the water because of osmosis. Wooden doors is swelled during the raising due to imbibition. This is asked in 2011. I'm preferring the board questions only. Now here, plasmolysis is the phenomenon in the contraction of the cytoplasm from the cell wall, asked in 2011. Now I'm preferring only through the board question. Give reason. Potato cubes when placed in water becomes form and increase, that is due to the absorption of the water, means and osmosis occur from here. Water from outside enters inside through the osmosis and they increase their size. प्लांट्स बिगिन टू डाई व्हेन एक्सेस ऑफ सॉल्युबल फर्टिलाइजर्स आर एडेड. जब एक्सेस फर्टिलाइजर्स ऐड होते हैं तो कंसंट्रेशन, चूंकि बाहर का कंसंट्रेशन ज्यादा होता है तो क्या होता है, सेल से वाटर बाहर आता है. मूवमेंट ऑलवेज टेक्स प्लेस फ्रॉम द वाटर फ्रॉम हायर कंसंट्रेशन टू लोअर. अगर सॉल्ट्स का कंसंट्रेशन बाहर ज्यादा है तो जो रूट हेयर्स हैं वो वाटर एब्सॉर्ब नहीं कर पाएंगे. ठीक है. डिफ्यूजन एंड ऑस्मोसिस, इट इज आस्क्ड इन योर बोर्ड. डिफ्यूजन takes place in gases, liquids only. Osmosis takes place in the liquids. Osmosis takes place movement of the particles in the through a semi-permeable membrane. Here semi-permeable membrane is not needed. Turgor pressure and wall pressure. Turgor pressure, the pressure exerted by cell content on the cell wall. When the cell is in fully turgid condition, it cannot absorb more water. Wall pressure, pressure exerted by wall on the content of the cell, that is called the wall pressure. Now, wilted lettuce becomes crisp and firm when placed in cold water for a while. Why? The wilted lettuce, when placed in the cold water, then deplasmolysis occurs. It absorbs water and it becomes crisp. Right. Diffusion, osmosis, active transport, guttation, it occurs. Now, this is asked in SSC 1994. Two plant cells are shown. Describe the change which has occurred in the cell as seen in B. B में क्या एक्सॉस्मस, एक्सॉस्मस यानी कि वाटर सेल से बाहर खींच गया है. Give the technical term of the process. Condition cell B plasmolysis. Define the process which led to this condition. Process plasmolysis, the shrinkage of the movement of the particles from inside cell to the outer solution is more highly concentrated. Was the solution isotonic, hypertonic, or hypertonic? It is hypertonic. How can the cell be brought back? By placing it in the water? Name the part number 1, 2, 3. 1 is your cell wall. 2 is your 2, it is your cytoplasm, and 3 is your chloroplast cells. Now here again you see in the figure the given the term represents set of apparatus and going, it is asked in SSC 1995. What is the aim of the experiment? The aim of the experiment is to prove that the evaporation of water takes place through aerial parts of the plant. Why oil has been put in the test tube? Oil has been put so that evaporation of water does not take on the surface of the water of the oil. Water tube की surface से जो है वो transpiration water का evaporation नहीं होना चाहिए. What will be the observation in the two chapter 22 today? 2-3 के बाद यहाँ पर कोई टेम्परेचर वाटर का अवेलेबल नीचे नहीं गिरेगा. क्यों? क्योंकि ऑयल है तो यहाँ से कोई एवापोरेशन वाटर का होगा ही नहीं. यहाँ से वाटर का ले, क्योंकि ये जो एरियल पार्ट्स हैं इससे वाटर एवॉल्व हुआ तो जिसने पानी यहाँ से गया तो इसलिए इसके वाटर का लेवल नीचे. व्हाट विल द ऑब्जेक्शन? ये गिव रीजन टू एक्सप्लेन एनी चेंज ऑब्जर्व्ड इन answered 3. Yes, the level of the water goes down in this tube comparison to the tube which does not have plant. To explain the change observed in second, why was the test tube B without the plant? So that we can compare that the transpiration takes place through the plants. Given below is the diagram of a certain structural condition. Name the structure shown here. It is the stomata, closed stomata, open stomata. Name the parts number level 5. C. It is the thick layer, inner wall. Number 3, it is the nucleus of the stomatal nucleus. 4th, it is the subsidiary cell. 5th, it is a stomatal pore. What is the most apparent difference in the? It is the open stomata. Stomata means cell comes in the due to evaporation of the water in the form of water vapors force. It has been lost, sir, in the flaccid condition. Here the cells is in turgid condition. Different flaccid condition of the stomatal the guard cells, and it is the turgid condition of the guard cell. Mechanism which brings about the evaporation, that is the evaporation of water. It is the evaporation of water through aerial parts of the plant is called transpiration. Here diagram फिर वही repeated है. It is a plasmolyte cell stronger. What is the state of the cell shown in the diagram? It is plasmolyte cell. Name the structure which has a selectively permeable membrane. It is the cell membrane. If the cell has been placed in distilled water instead of strong solution, what happens? The cell will come to its original state. If in a cell in the diagram possess chloroplast, where would these be present? Chloroplast, they are present in the cytoplasm. Name any one feature of this plant which is not present in the animal cell. Cell wall present in plant cell, cell wall absent in animal cell. Same way, same is of course to name the process, osmosis and osmosis. Define the movement of water particles from higher concentration to lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. Now I am going to discuss only the board questions. Yeah, mention the advantage of this process in the plant, that is the water absorption. ये almost same है आपके questions. Explain the term, ये सारे आपके बोर्ड के टर्म्स हैं. ब्लीडिंग, ऑस्मोसिस, टर्जिडी, डिफ्यूजन, टर्गर प्रेशर. चलिए इसको हम आपको अब ये देख लेते हैं. ये डेफिनेशन सारे आपके बोर्ड के डेफिनेशंस हैं. ये देखिए यहाँ पर हम लिखते हैं ब्लीडिंग, लॉस ऑफ सेल सैप और वाटरी सॉल्यूशन. Loss of cell sap or watery solution from the cut or injured parts of a plant. Diffusion, movement of substances from their higher concentration to lower concentration. Osmosis, movement of water or solvent molecules from the region of their higher concentration to the lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. Turgidity, state of equilibrium when no more water can enter into a cell. Turgor pressure, the pressure exerted by the cell protoplasm against the cell wall in the turgid condition. ये आपके पांचों डेफिनेशन, ये सारे आपके बोर्ड के डेफिनेशंस थे. वो हमने किए हैं। अब ये पैराग्राफ है आपका, द फॉलोइंग पैराग्राफ है, वाटर एंटर्स द रूट हेयर सेल बाय द प्रोसेस ऑफ osmosis. This is because in the solution in the soil is hypotonic, whereas the cell sap in the root hair cell is root hair in the cell is hypertonic, is hypertonic. Uh, this is because solution in the soil is isotonic. Root cells in the cell, it is the hypertonic. Water then passes through the cortical cells. Cortical cells by cell to cell cell and osmosis and reaches the xylem of the root. Here again लॉजिकल सैलेंस, ये कई बार आपके यही सेम चीजें पूछी गई. सॉइल फर्स्ट आपका आएगा सॉइल वाटर रूट हेयर के बाद कॉर्टेक्स के बाद एंडोडर्मिस के बाद जाइलम. सेम चीज यहाँ भी है, सेम चीज यहाँ भी है. सेम चीज 2008 में भी पूछी गई, 2013 में भी पूछी गई है, और सेम ये आपकी 2006 और 7 में भी सेम क्वेश्चन आपका पूछा गया है. और उसमें से रीराइट बाय यूजिंग द स्पेस इंडिकेटेड, ये आपका ऐसे पूछा गया. Excuse me. Osmosis is the movement of water molecules from its region of higher concentration to region lower through a semi-permeable membrane. यहाँ पर आएगा semi-permeable. यहाँ पर है 2015 में पूछा गया, the phenomenon of the loss of water through a cut stem or injured part of the plant is called bleeding. Technical term, the process of movement of molecules from the higher to lower concentration, diffusion. Membrane which allows the passage of molecules selectively, it is the cell membrane. The process of uptake of mineral ions is the concentration gradient. Using energy, it is active transport. ये सेम जर्सर्स था जो कि आप उसको देख चुके हैं. Herbaceous plants growing in well aerated soils are found to wilt on a hot day, क्योंकि hot day में rate of transpiration is higher than the rate of absorption of water. अच्छा, अब इसके ये चलिए बोर्ड, ये वाला ICSE 2011 में आया है. नेम द पार्ट लेबल्ड ABCD से, देखिए ये है न्यूक्लियस, ये है सेल मेम्ब्रेन, ये है साइटोप्लाज्म, और ये सेल वॉल, ये है न्यूक्लियस. सेल वॉल, न्यूक्लियस, सेल मेम्ब्रेन, साइटोप्लाज्म. The root hair cell in the turgid state, name and explain the process that caused this state. It is osmosis. Mention one distinct difference between the part labeled A and B. Cell wall freely permeable, cell membrane selectively permeable. Draw a diagram of the root hair cells would appear to when concentrated solution sugar. तो ये जो root hair cell plasmolyte cell जैसे ये cell plasmolized हो गया है, इस तरह का डायग्राम आएगा. ये 2012 में क्वेश्चन गया है आपका. Given alongside the diagram of a cell, what technical term is used for the state condition? It is plasmolized cell. Give the technical term the solution in which this is it is the hypertonic. Name the part labeled 1 2 3. देखिए 1 न्यूक्लियस है, 2 क्लोरोप्लास्ट होएगा, 3 is vacuole, and the fourth is salt solution. Is the given plant cell or animal cell? It is a plant cell. Give 2 reasons support of your answers. It has cell membrane, it presence of chloroplast. State the exact location of the guard cell, it is present on the surface of the leaf. Biological technical term, a solution in which the relative concentration of water molecules and solute on either side of cell is the same, it is isotonic. Movement of molecule substance from the higher concentration to lower concentration when they are in direct contact, it is diffusion. ये 2013 में आपको पूछा गया है. Draw a well diagram of epidermal cell as it could have been after immersion in the strong sugar solution. ये आपका स्मॉल सुगर सॉल्यूशन, तो ये देखिए अंदर का सेल प्लाज्मोलाइज्ड हो जाएगा. व्हाट साइंटिफिक टर्म इज यूज्ड फॉर द चेंजेस एज शोन इन 1 hour? इट इज प्लाज्मोलिसिस. What should be done to restore the cell back original? Keep the cell in the water. Give the scientific term. Recovery of the cell has represent taken place. It is deplasmolysis. Osmosis, movement of particles from higher concentration to lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. ये क्वेश्चन हम आपको पिछले क्वेश्चन में डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. ये अब ये वाला बोर्ड क्वेश्चन देख लीजिए. चूज द करेक्ट आंसर ऑफ द फॉलोइंग. Marine fish when replaced in tap water burst because of endosmosis. The statement given below incorrect. Write the correct sign by changing one statement. Free movement of solute in and out of the cells takes place across the cell membrane, नहीं, cell wall, इसकी जगह होगा cell wall. Normal pale yellow color of the urine is due to the presence of the pigment melanin, नहीं, urochrome की वजह से होता है. The cell sap of the root is hypotonic, नहीं, it is hypertonic. Sap of the root hair is hypotonic, no, it is sap, it is hypertonic. हाइपोटोनिक यानी जो कंसंट्रेशन सॉल्ट्स का ज्यादा होता है उसको है. एक्टिव ट्रांसपोर्ट एंड डिफ्यूजन by the diffusion movement of particles from higher concentration to lower concentration without it. Active transport ये semi permeable membrane के through होता है. अब the condition of a plant cell when placed in हाइपोटोनिक में सेल पहले हाइपोटोनिक में सेल नॉर्मल कंडीशन में रहे. ये चीज वही है जो हम ऑलरेडी आपको पहले ये वाला सेल एक्सप्लेन किया है. ये सेल, ये डायग्राम लगभग सेम है. Biological reason for the root hairs become flaccid and droop when excess fertilizers are added. जब fertilizers excess होते हैं तो वो उससे water absorb नहीं कर पाता है, इससे वो flaccid condition में जाते हैं. जब fertilizers ज़्यादा होते हैं then it is not able to absorb the water. Any two features of the plant cell which is not present in animal cell. Cell wall present, chloroplast. How can the above cell brought back to the original position? Water, vessels, deplasmolysis. Label the parts 1 to 4. Cell wall, cell membrane, it is the nucleus, and it is the hypotonic sugar solution. Name the structure that acts as selectively permeable membrane, cell membrane. What is the state of the cell zone? Plasmolysis. I hope everything is clear. Here we have discussed questions only which are asked in your board examinations of the active transport. Thank you. Again, we will meet in the next video.